things that we personally find intriguing enough for us to bring to you. The sources, of course, of this information come from the Smart Device application, Today in History. What happened today in history?
Historical calendar.
And onthisday.com.
Hey Scott, that was a good thing. I can hear you both. You did it in unison. That was perfect. Like
We've done that a couple times already.
It's great. You're inadvertently synchronizing, and that actually adds a little bit to the mystique of the show. It's like, ooh, we have an echoey effect going on. Getting fancy.
Ooh.
Anyway, for links to those sources, the music, and anything else potentially interesting, you can check the underbar in the description below. Anyway, I am A.O. Xander.
And who is Wallace?
Scott.
I'm Scott.
Yep, and
Troublemaker,
yes. Today is Freya's Day, also known as Friday. It is September 9th, 2022, 2 days away from a certain big event. So
Never forgetty.
Don't get upset.
A certain big event.
Yes, indeed. Well, who wants to start us off today in the year 701?
Well,
All right.
That was
701, Saint Sergius. Saint Sergius the First reign as Catholic Pope ends.
Ah. Ooh.
1000, the Battle of Svolder. Baltic Sea, King Olaf on board the Long Serpent, defeated in one of the greatest naval battles of the Viking Age. He leaps to his death overboard.
So he was just like, I'm a Viking, ah! And then he dies,
Yeah.
Essentially, yeah.
And 1379, the Treaty of Nuremberg, splitting the Austrian Habsburg lands between the Habsburg Dukes Albert III and Leopold III.
Ah. Alright, so we're going to go in a clockwise motion. So Sohan went first, then me, then Scott, then Alice if she does switch. Is that cool, everybody?
Yep.
Yeah.
That sounds kosher to me.
Okay.
I mean, that sounds good. Sorry.
Yep. Moving on up into 1513, we have the Battle of Flodden. English forces defeated the Scots near Branston in Northumberland and killed King James the IV of Scotland. Oh man, not good for Scotty boy over here. The last monarch in Great Britain to be killed in battle. Wow, look at that.
Wow.
Well, that's interesting.
They don't want to go to battle anymore.
Yeah, no, they don't. They sit on their golden thrones and tell people to live within their means. Pretty funny.
You do this. You go here. I'll go home.
Yeah, I know,
Kind of
right?
like in what was that movie? Kung Pao Enter the Fist.
Oh yeah.
You go here. I'll go home.
I haven't seen that movie in a while. So.
For this next one, was Mary Queen of Scots made of porcelain or something?
No, but yeah, no, it's just like layers and layers of makeup. Because instead of bathing, they actually back in the days, they thought bathing actually took oils and stuff out of your skin, and it was unhealthy. They thought bathing was unhealthy, so they actually just kept put more and more makeup on and everything. And one of the queens, I don't remember who it was. I think it was Queen Elizabeth I. I don't know, but upon her death, she had 25 pounds of makeup on her face. It was crazy. They just kept adding,
Must have smelled lovely.
Yeah.
Dude, that's interesting.
Yeah, it is. It really is. But, speaking of porcelain people, 1543, Mary Stuart, at 9 months old, was crowned Queen of Scots in the central Scottish town of Stirling. Bow down to your king, to your queen, Scots. I don't know.
Yes.
Someone must have died.
If I had one, yes.
And then in 1561, Conference of Poissy, religious theologians gathered by Catherine de Medici. What is the Conference of Poissy, though? Let's see here. Because this is a religious gathering of sorts. The colloquy at Poissy was a religious conference which took place in Poissy, France in 1561. Its object was to effect a reconciliation between the Catholics and Protestants, or the Huguenots of France. So it's a unification attempt, so that's pretty cool.
Damn.
Yeah. Mr. Scott.
Right.
If you do so wish, I see a cool one here in 1753.
Okay. 1753, the first steam engine arrives in North American colonies.
Dang.
Is that with people? Is that people or goods?
Well, no, it's first steam engine, so like to be used for like whatever it is.
Okay.
Yeah. No, this is not like a train or anything. This is actually like the actual engine for like a facility or something. Yeah.
A steam engine.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh well. 1830 is 1830 is interesting. If you want.
Is it?
Sure. 1830, Charles Durant, first U.S. aeronaut, flies a balloon from Castle Garden, New York City, to Perth Amboy, New Jersey, a distance of about 25 miles, covered in 3 hours.
Jesus.
It's a distance.
Distance. Oh wow. Distance. That's weird. But hey, I'm sorry. Like I just saw 1817. If you want, that's interesting too. That's really cool. If you want.
Hey, because it has your name.
Well, no. Well, maybe, but like.
Well, no.
Maybe.
Love your rebuttal. Maybe.
1817, Alexander Twilight, probably first African American to graduate from a U.S. college, receives a bachelor's degree at Middlebury College. Wow, the first one ever.
Yeah.
That's something.
That's cool. Yeah.
It
First
is.
graduate of a college, huh?
Mhm.
Well, that's intriguing.
Yeah.
Congratulations, you're the first to graduate from a university.
Yeah, and hopefully he didn't go into slavery after that or something.
Well, that's a really dark
He's an educated
thought,
man,
but
though.
yeah.
Well, before who knows? You graduate from that. You got to find something to do, and who knows how that even happens.
I got to pay off the student loan somehow, right?
Well, the only reason I said that is because it still existed. So.
Yeah. No. Yeah. 1817. The Civil War didn't even start until 1861, something like that. So this was way back then. So yeah, you do have some merit with that.
Yeah, that's the point. Not to be dark. That was kind of.
I wasn't knocking you. It's just like, holy crap, like that is a possibility. He might have been, something might have happened to him.
Well, I don't know.
But
I wouldn't know. I'm speculating here.
yeah. Anyway, well, if Miss Alice wants to take a turn, it's up to her.
Is this a historic publication?
1836, yes.
Well, actually, I want to do 1830 real quick, because that one looks kind of cool.
We already did that. Scott read that before.
Yeah. God damn it. Damn you, Scott. Alright, fine. Well, then I got in 1836, we have a Ralph Waldo Emerson publishes his influential essay, Nature, in the U.S. outlining his beliefs in transcendentalism. Transcendentalism.
Transcendentalism. Yeah. Transcendentalism.
So it's it's his riffle-frazzleware.
Yeah. Transcendentalism is an idealistic philosophical and social movement which developed in New England around 1836 in reaction to rationalism, influenced by Romanticism, Platonism, and Kantian philosophy. It taught that divinity pervades all nature and humanity, and its members held progressive views on feminism and communal living. Ralph Waldo Emerson and Henry David Thoreau were central figures. Henry David Thoreau were central figures. Dang.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Emerson, yeah.
Yeah. And I have a wiki here for the underpart. So.
Guys, I'm just gonna do one right now.
Is that the same Emerson's essays like Ralph Waldo? Like, I don't know if that's the same or not.
Pardon me. I think it is.
This is something by Emerson right here.
I can't really read it that well. Can you read it for? Oh, yeah. It is easy in the world to live after the world's opinion. It is easy in solitude to live after our own. But the great man is he who in the midst of the crowd keeps with perfect sweetness the independent of solitude. Emerson, self-reliance. Yes, that is really good.
Same guy. I mean, I don't know.
Well,
Speaking of My Self-Reliance, there's actually, like, this is totally off subject. There's a guy on YouTube who does, like, living off grid called My Self-Reliance. It's actually pretty interesting if anyone ever wants to check that out.
I've seen a couple off-the-grid videos and everything.
Okay, I can do the next one here. I thought I had a cuss. I thought I had
Okay.
a cussed, but we have in 1839, we have an English scientist and astronomer, John Herschel, takes first glass plate photograph.
Ooh,
Holy buckets!
nice.
Ooh,
And
shit
here we
snack.
are utilizing cameras, you know, like this is the evolution, you know, then and now, you know, like that's cool. First glass plate photograph. Wow.
I don't know. How about 1850?
Ooh.
The blue one. Yeah.
Ooh. Well, Alice is muted again, so I think we need to move on to Sohan here.
Okay.
If you want, there's 1850, the blue one there.
1841, Tom Hire beats George McChester in 101 rounds at the Caldwell Land in New York to become first American heavyweight boxing champion.
Nice. Boxing, you know? That's cool. Yeah, somebody, I was in a clown server yesterday, the Killer Clowns from Outer Space Discord, and like there was this whole conversation going on about, like, you know, oh, you can't defeat Mike Tyson in the ring. I'm like, oh, yeah, I can. And he's like, how are you going to do that? I'm like, I'll just bite his ear off. You know, it's like, oh, you can't box Mike Tyson. I'm like, yeah, I can. I'll put him in a giant box with some of those packing peanuts, send him to Albuquerque via UPS. You know, I'm not fighting him, but I'm boxing him, you know.
You can just talk him. You can knock him out by talking.
Dang, is that a subtle hint saying I talk too much? Am I Alicing?
No, because he's got that list
Oh.
thing, and you.
Okay.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You guys really make fun of my newfound list. It's not my fault that, like, well, I guess
What?
it's my fault.
We weren't even talking about your lisp.
Dude, I heard a lispy thing and I heard Alice and lispy. So I was
No,
like,
we were talking about Michael Tyson.
oh, shit snacks.
We were talking about Mike Tyson and boxing him and everything, and then
Well,
he
well,
was
then
like,
you know
I can
what?
just out-talk him. So I'm just like, oh, am I Alicing too much? Is this a subtle hint? You know?
Oh, God. Oh, that's what I got. Okay, so I'm just gonna go outside and play hide and go fuck myself now.
All right, have fun.
Yeah, alright, I'll be back. in like 3 minutes.
All right. Mr. Sohan, the two 1850s are pretty cool, actually, if you want those.
Yeah, please.
You there?
I'll do one of them.
Okay.
1850, California is admitted as the 31st state of the Union.
Ah, nice. But California, that's where I'm at.
Weren't we watching stuff about Mexico as they kind of made their way into California? I don't know what time that was, but
Like, are we talking about the Mexican-American War, or...
yeah, I guess it's probably not related, but
Well, I mean, California used to be part of Mexico. You actually used to, like, go all the way up until, like, I think, like, Oregon or Washington. Like, Mexico was huge. We effectively cut them in half. So...
yeah.
It also, like, Mexico also encumbered, like, New Mexico and Arizona, too, I believe.
Oh yeah, like the
And
entire...
and part of Texas.
Well, all of Texas, like the entire Pacific Southwest,
Well,
like...
yeah, I suppose you're right there. Yeah, well, Texas is like, fuck you. We don't want to be part of you.
You know, Texas emerged because, like, they had, like, Mexico had an open border thing, and they allowed, you know, U.S. people to come in and, you know, make homesteads, you know, and get taxed and all that stuff, and eventually there was enough of them being like, hey, we want independence, and Mexico's like, no, you know, you're here, you know, this is us. And then all this stuff happened, you know, they got U.S. backing, and then there was a war, and then the Alamo, and then there's a whole video explaining the whole thing. And then, like...
Maybe that would be a good... I'm sorry to interrupt. I was going to say, maybe that would be a good conversation to have on the Jabberwocky. The comings
Yes.
of Texas. I said coming.
Well, like Texas, if you ever know of the theme park Six Flags, the first one was called Six Flags Over Texas, and that's because Texas has had 6 different nations, including itself, governing it. There used to be Mexico itself, the United States, Spain, not in that order, But yeah, it used to be part of Spain. Well, Mexico, Spain. But yeah, no, there were 6 different, and I think Texas has been in there twice. But 6 different flags at least. So 6 flags.
That's the amusement park called Six Flags.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. It's called Six Flags over Texas. That was the first 6 Flags because there have been 6 different flags over that country as far as governance.
Is the first Six Flags in Arlington, Texas?
No, Arlington. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought you said Arlen. I'm like, Arlen doesn't exist.
No, it's Arlington.
Well, let's see. Let me type in here. The history of Mexico and Texas. Here we go. All right, let's move it along here, Mr. Sohan. You have one more. I would honestly like it if you take this second 1850, but it's your turn, your choice. Speaking of, Mexico and everything, right up the conversation's alley, right there, dude.
1850, territories of New Mexico and Utah created.
Yeah.
At 1862, Robert E. Lee splits his army and sends Jackson to capture Harper's Ferry.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that. I think it turned out to be a massive disaster because he split his forces. He overestimated himself or something. I don't know. Harper's Ferry, that has to be oh yeah, now it's a National Historic Park. But
I'll be back.
All right.
Yeah, where is it?
Harper's Ferry. It is in Virginia. It's in West Virginia. It's a town actually in West Virginia. So, well, there's a historic park there, but it's also a town. So, yeah. Harper's Ferry is a town in West Virginia. Paths wind through Harper's Ferry National Historic Park, which has 19th century buildings, a Civil War museum, and John Brown's Fort, a key site in an 1859 abolitionist raid. The location where the Potomac and Shenandoah rivers meet, known as The Point, offers views of Maryland and Virginia. The Appalachian Trail Visitor Center has exhibits on the long-distance hiking trail. Well, that's cool.
I have a lot of people that have been coming through from the Appalachian Trail hike that people do in the last couple months.
Oh, actually. Nice. Yeah, my
the Appalachian Trail comes right through my town that I live in, so.
That's cool. I had a friend who was planning on doing that. He had a friend who did it at one point, all the way from the south to the north. The whole thing took him several months. So, are we boring you, Mr. Scott?
Huh?
Are we boring you?
No. Up late last night.
Yeah, same here. I'm tired too. Anyway, moving on into 1880.
I don't really feel tired. I'm just yawning tired. I don't know. But...
Yeah.
Whose turn?
I believe it's my turn now. We have 1880. Rutherford B. Hayes visited San Francisco. So he was the 19th U.S. president, so he visited San Fran. Okay. So, that's cool.
This next one's pretty cool.
The highlighted one or the non-highlighted?
Yeah, 1888.
Yeah, 1888. Easter Island / Papa Nui of the Rapa Nui in the Pacific. It was annexed by Chile. Oh yeah, that's right. Easter Island.
They walked those statues into place. That's how they describe it. They had them on ropes and they went like this and got them in place. It's a pretty cool story about how Easter Island was formed.
Easter Island was amazing, and their main downfall was just overpopulation. They used to have just a luscious forest on that island, and then the people just kept cutting down trees, and then things weren't growing back fast enough, and then they thought that the gods were mad, so as tribute they started building all of these moai. And then it just nothing happened, and eventually, and it's crazy. They've been there for since forever, and there's no understanding of how they got there. Easter Island is way the fuck out in the ocean. How did they get out there? They didn't have ships back then. The only feasible option is that they actually literally canoed thousands of miles out to just random it's nuts, dude. Absolutely nuts how they got out there. No idea.
Yep.
So. But let's see here, 1892, E.E. Barnard at Lick discovered Amalthea, the 5th moon of Jupiter. Well, that's interesting. And then let's see here. 1892, Manifesto of the Queensland Labour Party to the people of Queensland was issued, detailing grievances of working class towards ruling class. Pivotal document in Australian labour and political history. Well, that's very relevant. So, dang. I believe it's now Scott's turn.
1899, French captain Alfred Dreyfus sentenced on unjust grounds.
Yeah, the whole Dreyfus affair, because he was Jewish, there was a whole thing going on about it. He was nearly executed for treason. Actually, I think he was executed for treason. No, he was not executed for treason. So, yeah, he was found innocent. So, okay. But almost. So, not good. But yeah,
Hang on, guys.
let me check it out. The Dreyfus affair. It was a political scandal that divided the French Third Republic from 1894 until its resolution in 1906. So for 12 years, it was like an ongoing thing. Like really political instability, wibbly wobbly stuff. Like I'm gonna add the link to this wiki in the other.
Wibbly wobbly.
Yeah, wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey stuff. So, as it's said by the doctor. Anyway.
Nice.
Yep.
I'll just, I guess, do 1908. Orville Wright makes first 1-hour airplane flight for Fort Myer, Virginia.
That's cool. In the air for an hour. And why don't you take another one here in 1904, the black one, or the black numbered 1904.
Yeah, I was going to. In 1904, mounted police first to use in New York City.
Dang. Oh.
Yeah, they could probably be almost as fast as cars back then.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like Model A time.
Yeah, that's when the whole not the crankshaft, but like the spinner starter, or whatever you call it. I don't know.
Pretty much.
But why don't you take another one here,
yeah.
the blue 1904. That is interesting to me personally, and I know you would really like it too.
Okay. Boston Herald again refers to New York Baseball Club as Yankees when it reports Yankees take two. Yankee name not official till 1913.
So that's interesting. They were being called something that they weren't even, and maybe that's
And
why they're called the
Boston Herald of all things.
Yeah, the Boston.
Yep.
Anyway, Miss Alice might be busy. Sohen, are you there?
He's muted.
Okay. I was giving him a chance to say something, but then I guess I'll just go up into 1909. Jack Johnson retained his heavyweight boxing title when he fought Al Kaufman to a no decision in 10 rounds at Kaufross Arena, San Francisco, California. Dang. So no decision. So just throw in the towel type of thing. Nobody wins, nobody loses. But then just 2 years later, in 1911, the first European post delivered by air, specifically from Henson to Windsor in England. So air delivery, airmail in 1911. Can you imagine that? And then here's another one just 1 year later, speaking of Orville Wright here, from 1908 into 1911, or 1912, Jay Verdrines became the first to fly over 100 miles per hour. At 107 miles per hour, which is 172 kilometers per hour. So the first person to go over 100. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, not too fast to compare to today's standards, considering a car can easily do 100, but.
Well, yeah. Well,
that's probably just fast enough to stay in the air.
Yeah, well, 100 miles per hour in any of today's planes just won't cut it because it's just too heavy. You won't get the lift with that slow speed,
Yeah.
But speaking of aircraft, we seem to be stuck in the air right now here. Mr. Scott, if you want to take this 1913, that's interesting.
Russian pilot one?
Yeah.
Okay, Russian pilot Fyodor Nestorov becomes the first pilot to fly a loop, doing so in his Newport, the 4th monoplane. He is arrested for 10 days for endangering government property.
Oh my God. So a loop, so
Hope
that's
it was
like
worth it.
That's like doing like a loop-de-loop, like a roller coaster, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Dude, a lot of like aircraft things like happen on this day. That's wild, man. You know,
There is, yeah.
like the first hour-long flight, the first flight, 100 miles per hour, the first loop, the first air delivery in Europe at least. Wow, like holy crap, man.
Hmm.
That's a lot of stuff happening on that date. Not the same year, mind you, but still. Oh well, 1914. That's interesting right there.
The fully mechanized unit one.
Yeah.
1914, first fully mechanized unit in the British Army created. The Canadian Automobile Machine Gun Brigade for World War One.
Yeah. Yeah, that's they literally
Probably
just,
changed the war right there.
yeah, no, like the World War One was the first modern war. They brought in vehicles and actually oh, dude, look at this. Dude, like if you're watching my stream, do I even have it on my yeah, I have my stream up. Dude, like it just looks like a giant like box. It looks like a smaller version of Germany's like giant box tank thing, but with wheels instead of tracks, and like they just have machine guns on the top. Like that is wild.
What are those
man.
called? They put them together. They put those panels together. They didn't weld it. I can't remember.
Oh yeah. That's they made. That's they blah 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 blah. They that's how they made ships.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember the word for whatever.
I'm trying to
reason.
remember. Like studs or something. That's not right. Hold on a second. How old metal ships were made? Let's see here. Man, why can't I think of this?
I know.
I'm racking my brain here. What was it called? Man. Well, we'll get to it maybe eventually. Anyway, Scott, you have what's up?
Yeah, I'm thinking. I know it's
Oh.
annoying.
Yeah. It's like right on the tip of my tongue. Like. Hold on a second. What is the process of building an old ship? Ancient shipbuilding techniques? No.
That's too old.
Yeah. Building 1900s era ship. How do they build old ships? Rivets.
There
I
you go.
just thought
Got
of
it. Yeah.
Rivets.
Riveted. Yeah.
Wow, that took a while. Yeah.
Darn
no,
it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, good call. Yeah, that's right. They, because this was before welding and before they knew all that. Like, they literally just like, hey, it's a land boat. Just slap some steel on the car, rivet it there, and that's armor. Like,
Yeah.
really, yeah. Everything has to start somewhere. They didn't just come out of the gate knowing how to make a perfect armored vehicle. So,
Mm-hmm.
that's cool. We have one more.
We can.
1915
Go.
is interesting, although it contains a word that's mildly inappropriate, but it's the first something, so I think that's cool, but as always, up to you.
Rare. What did I miss in history?
Scott and I spent the past minute trying to figure out what the word riveting, because
Riveting?
we were looking at the Canadian car because let's see here, what was this? 1914, the first fully mechanized unit in the British Army was created, as Scott read. The Canadian so not even British, but Canadian Automobile Machine Gun Brigade during the First World War. And I was looking at these.
And riveting? Because I was gonna say, isn't riveting is like what you put into you put a rivet into some steel to pull it together?
Yeah, well, no, that's what we were talking about. Like, they literally just took an automobile and then riveted metal plates to it and then strapped a couple machine guns to the top, and that was a wartime automobile machine.
So the first armored vehicle.
The first armored vehicle brigade. So,
brigade.
The first in the world. The first armored vehicle brigade. Like right here, where'd it go? Yeah, the first fully mechanized unit in the British Army created. So at least for British. So the first fully mechanized unit. So as Scott was saying, it was a very pivotal point, in world history. Going from horse and buggy to motor. like getting actually mechanized, not just mobile but mech. And, like
Oh God!
Yeah.
Holy shit, that tastes good.
Well, what are you eating?
Sorry. I'm not eating anything. I just opened on a buy here. I just opened a Ghost Sour Watermelon Warheads energy drink.
Oh wow.
It tastes fucking delicious.
I bet it does.
Yeah, maybe they can sponsor
Hey.
our show.
Oh,
Y'all
God.
did Jack
Yeah, get Ghost to
Johnson?
sponsor our show. All of us, because we're all just exercising.
Hey, did y'all
all
go
the
past
time.
Jack Johnson already?
Jack Johnson?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
1909.
1909?
Yeah.
To China? I'm not
We're
saying.
going back.
Johnson.
We're going back here.
Yeah. Anyway, Scott, you have one more article, so let's get back on track here. Just pick something. Have fun. Go for it.
All right. Just do 1940, I guess.
Okay.
1940 U.S. National Championship Men's Tennis. Forest Hills, New York. David McNeil beats fellow American Bobby Riggs 4-6, 68, 68, 6-3, 6-3, and 7-5 for a second major single title. Oh, it's tennis, but
Yeah.
it's part of the highlighted.
Yep. Oh, Miss Alice, I saw you pop on the screen for a second. Are you still there? I guess not.
Nope.
Sohead, your turn.
No, I am. I was just ringing myself up for my energy drink.
Ah, okay. As she cracks it open, I heard that.
Yeah, I cracked it open. I actually had to scan it with an open can, but that's alright.
wow.
I cracked up and open too.
Huh.
Oh yeah. Which one?
1940 U.S. Open women's tennis.
Yeah, I'm skipping it. No one cares about tennis.
Okay.
Nobody cares about
Poor
that.
tennis.
Well, skip it with this.
Well, which one? Do they not
1942.
care about tennis or cricket? Which one? Which one?
I'd rather
care?
not care about cricket, but then we would lose the oval, and that's become kind of a meme.
True.
So, like,
Yep.
and actually, Scott, check your DMs. I threatened to send somebody to the oval in the clown server last night.
I noticed that. Yeah, they're like, what they say? They're just like,
Somebody else was replying to
no,
me.
brother, no,
Yeah.
no, brother.
Somebody else was replying to my thing I said before that as well. Clown sleep diagonally. So
1942.
Sounds uncomfortable.
Earth
Alright.
bombing on continental U.S. soil at Mount Emily, Oregon during World War II by Japanese planes.
now that's, I don't think it was Japanese. I don't know, because I do know that they sent those balloons and everything. We got bombarded by balloons, but I don't
That
think
was
they.
Japan.
Yeah, but I don't think Japan actually flew any aircraft over our soil during wartime. I've
No.
never heard of that.
Maybe in
Besides-
maybe
no,
Forest
besides
Alaska.
Pearl Harbor.
they might have.
No, Alice, this is specifically in Oregon. But what were you gonna say, Sohan?
Oh, okay.
Only flew planes by Harbor.
Yeah. Now I think about it, I think I kind of remember this. I'm gonna have to look more into this, but yeah. Anyway, go on, Mr. Sohan. I'm just gonna look this up real quick. Sohan?
Well, while he's looking
I'm
that up,
looking between
I
the
saw
first-
excuse me. Oh, sorry.
I'm looking between the first two. Like, they both seem interesting, but you know what? 1943, 15 German Ju-88 sink Italian flagship Rome.
Dang.
Wow.
Wow. Okay,
Rome
so
is going under.
that's when Italy switched sides. Like, or maybe I don't know. When did Italy switch? Because this might have been a friendly fire incident. Now that I'm looking at that.
I don't know, because it's near 1943. They probably were already,
October 13th, 1943. We're not there. So this is when Italy was still.
to start.
Well, yeah, I guess this is what pushed them really. If they're getting hit by their own allies, Yeah, because it says here on October 13th, 1943, the government of Italy declares war on its former Axis partner Germany and joined the battle on the side of the Allies. So this is before, so they were still part of the Axis. So I think,
Nice.
bless you, I think this was like probably a friendly fire accident, a mistaken identity. But that's a lot of airplanes,
Oh yeah.
Something weird happened.
A lot of nuts.
Yeah. Uno mas, Sir Sohen.
1943, Lieutenant General Omar Bradley flies from Algiers to Akrotef and Eswick.
Ah.
Looks
All
like a good Robert De Niro.
Robert De Niro's mole has got to be 10 feet wide.
Damn.
It's like an older
That was
Robert De
so
Niro.
random.
Dude, no, it's from Weird Al. It's a song. When I hear Robert De Niro, I always think of Weird Al Frank's 2000-inch TV song.
Speaking of which, there's a Weird Al movie coming out with Daniel Radcliffe playing Weird Al.
Oh God.
Shit snacks.
Anyway, 1943, U.S., British, and French troops landed in Salerno during Operation Avalanche. I misread that as Salermo. Or Salerno? Oh no, Palermo. There's too many Italian things. But yeah. What were you going to say, Sohan?
I'll say Salerno.
Yeah, Salerno. So.
That sounds like some allergy medicine.
It does sound like some allergy now. Something that the pharmaceutical company's like, you need this, but not. But when you have anal leakage in your for your side effects, they'd be like, yeah, no.
That just does not sound like a good time at all. Anyway, 1945, the first bug, quote unquote bug, in a computer program discovered by Grace Hopper.
I say you missed 1944.
Which one?
Red Army.
1944, Red Army supported a coup in Bulgaria, instituting new communist government from 1946 through 1990 during the national uprising. Okay, so that's part of the whole Soviet history. That is.
People should know that shit right there.
Yeah. They were going around occupying things, taking over nations. Everything was in turmoil. People, their neighbors were weak, and they went in there and ravaged.
But we call the U.S. the bad guys, though.
Yeah, but we are the bad guys.
Well,
We are, but
everybody's
you know what?
everybody's the
No one
baddies.
else has clear skin.
Yeah.
Let's be honest about it.
Yeah. Well, here's something really interesting to anybody operating a computer. 1945, the first bug in a computer program was discovered by Grace Hopper when a moth was removed with tweezers from a relay and taped into the log. So it was literally captured in a conveyor belt of tape and trapped in there. And so that's why we use bugs, as a word, because this is the first bug. It was literally an actual insect inside a computation machine.
Damn, man.
Yeah, I knew that. But that's cool.
I did.
Now you do.
I bet you my dad knew.
Yeah, the more you know.
Right.
Do.
Dude.
Anyway, I believe it's Scott's turn.
It's baseball history.
1945, Jimmy Fox hits his 534th and final home run. 500 club. Pretty good.
Dang.
And Japanese in South Korea, Taiwan, China, Indochina surrendered to the Allies.
Oh, wow.
1945.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, because they had surrendered 8 days prior to the mainland. So that was trickling down throughout all their islands and everything. And remember the story of the guy, 72, 76, still on the island fighting, thinking the war was still on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And thank God his commanding officer was still alive.
Yeah. Yeah, he only agreed to stand down if his CEO came over and relieved him of his duties, which did happen. So, yeah. Otherwise, he probably would have been killed, because he was going around, robbing from the locals and, being a general nuisance and an actual threat. So, yeah, don't mind my window behind me. I have a bright, shining light of doom beaming directly down onto my head. Maybe that's why I have such a headache right now. Scott, you okay, dude? You look like you're shutting down. What's going on?
watching the next one to the phone. I don't know.
Ah, okay. Well,
Okay,
anyway,
we
go ahead,
both
sir.
him.
I'm looking down at my phone. So
Ah.
that's
Control
all.
Alt Delete him. Hey,
No.
Well, open up Taskmaster.
Task Manager?
Shockmaster?
Taskmaster? Isn't that the name of a villain?
No, the Shockmaster is a really bad failed experiment with the
No,
Okay,
Alex,
yeah.
Taskmaster is a real villain in Marvel.
Oh, good God.
His ability, he can copy people.
Oh.
Oh,
He can copy everybody except for Deadpool, because Deadpool dances, and dance is not a martial arts.
Ah. Well, anyway, Scott, it's your turn.
Let's see.
There's a 19... Oh, yeah, you already did the 1945 here, right?
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Wait, no, we didn't do that yet.
Ah, okay.
Didn't do no baseball Hall of Fame yet. The baseball stuff yet.
Ah.
So
Well-
wait, which one you want? Okay.
Well, you can do that
1945?
1945 or, like, the next 1945 directly under the black highlighted article. That's an interesting name that guy has.
Yep, Philadelphia A's Dick Fowler no hits the St. Louis Browns 1-0.
What a fowler.
No, that reminds me of that cartoon from Two Stupid Dogs.
Yeah, what a fowler. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, when you guys say, I'm like, don't be such a Dick Fowler.
Oh my god. For a second, I thought that said Dick Flower. It's just like, is it
That's
blooming? Like, what's going on?
that phrase, and well, isn't that cute?
But it's wrong.
Shit,
Yeah.
my favorite one. My favorite one is, oh, isn't that cute? Oh, come on in. Ah, you thought I was gonna say it was wrong.
Yeah.
He broke the fourth wall just to say that shit.
Cha-cha real smooth. Man, I really am turning into an old guy. Like, I'm using these old dead memes and everything, thinking they're still relevant. Man,
Should I do 1950?
Your choice, man. Your turn. It's all you, man.
1950, the Texas Little Darling closes at Mark Hellinger, New York City after 293 performances. I just wanted to talk my southern twang for y'all.
Well, butter my briskets and call me a homie G. I tell you what.
Hey, y'all got y'all some southern accents, but the wrong southern accent. That's pretty much Kentucky.
Well, I
well,
do.
I guess that's Kentucky.
Kentucky. Well, you know what? I'll tell you
Ooh.
one thing about Kentucky. If you look at the United States map, you can actually see a chef cooking a piece of chicken, and the chicken is Kentucky.
No, man, despite that shit, it didn't come from no damn Kentucky.
Yeah, that's right. It started in Georgia or something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Despite the name.
Well, Mr. Scott, we have a 1954. It's a black numbered 1954. If you want to do that one, that looked interesting.
Oh,
Ooh.
sure. 1954, Indians become first Cleveland team to win 100 games in a season. And I think there's like 162 in the total season. So.
Dang, so that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yep. 10-6, you know? If they lost the other 60, so... I think now it's Alice's turn. If
Alice likes
Yeah.
Elvis.
I can do it. Hang on.
Oh.
Let's see
Elvis.
here.
Yeah, I like Elvis too. He's cool.
Oh, shit snacks. It's the
Why
get
does
into
my
fat
hair
Elvis.
look like his hair in this picture today? It's kind of weird.
it looks kind of reversed, yeah. Like
Well,
don't
it
have-
kind of looks.
you don't have like the side part, but you have the top kind of like a little bit going.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like this is getting to the fat Elvis.
Yes.
Well,
in
that was like the
1956
70s. That was probably like the 70s. It was.
Well, he
Fat
died in
Elvis.
'77, so I mean.
Uh,
So, in 1964, Elvis Presley appears on the Ed Sullivan Show for the first time. Why did they use that picture of him instead of like the old like rock and roll like with the hip shaking? Why did they show that picture?
I don't
I don't
know,
know,
but,
because
but
every time they talk about Elvis, they always refer to this picture.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, there's
Not the
they
hound
use
dog or the jailhouse rock.
they
one.
use universal unilateral imagery. You know, they just like, okay, this is our stock photo of Elvis. Everything Elvis. This is the picture we're gonna use. Like, they have no variety. But Alice, what year was it again? I'm pretty sure.
1956. I did say it, but
I thought you said 64.
It might be my lisping.
Okay.
Shut up. All right. So what's the next? Oh, I don't want to do the tennis open.
Yeah, do what I did. I skipped it.
Yes.
Why not?
I'm sorry. I am bigoted to tennis.
Well, Miss
Bigoted.
Alice, if you want to take it with your lisp, you have 1967.
Ooh, let me just overdo my list piece here.
Oh my
So,
God.
in 1957, we got the U.S. President Eisenhower signed first civil rights bill since the Reconstruction.
Oh my God!
What are you trying to do a Daffy Duck impression?
Well, no, you're making fun of. No, you're trying to make fun of my list.
No, we're just
I overdid it.
we're just.
So in 1957, we have the U.S. President Eisenhower. He signs the first civil rights bill since the Reconstruction.
Yeah. No, we're not making fun of your lisp. We're just culturally appropriating it.
Oh, dude. Well, I also said kosher, so I was culturally
Oh.
appropriating the Jews. So.
Well, 1/8 of me is offended. Oh.
Oh,
In
dude.
London?
Dude, all you can do, all you have to do is like exhale walking past someone, and they can get offended. Oh, well, that's white privilege that you just exhaled.
Oh, how dare
Your
you
breath
breathe
smells.
around? How dare you breathe my air, you colonizer?
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't colonize you guys. My family came from farmers.
No, you're
And I was in
colonizing.
bills.
You're
I think
colonizing the air with your presence.
Oh, I'm just too white. I'm sorry.
You're not as
No,
white.
I'm
Get that carbon dioxide away from me.
You're not as white
Sorry,
as me,
sorry.
although Scott defeats my whiteness. You know. So I don't know who's. We all gotta get
I
together one
defeat
day.
your whiteness.
All right, so what's my third one here? Do we have any
Uh,
awesome deaths that have popped up yet?
The riot.
Oh wait,
Oh,
wait, wait!
yeah,
no,
new
we
show
got
idea.
Yes.
We'll have a
Oh,
whiteness
Pakistan and-
competition.
Ooh, I like this one right here. 1960, Pakistan ends India's run of 6 consecutive Olympic field hockey gold medals with a 1-0 win over their subcontinent rivals at the Rome Games. Pakistan had a good field hockey team? What?
Apparently.
Dude, I didn't know field hockey was actually an Olympic sport. I thought it was just
The
hockey
more you
like-
know.
Boop, boop, boop.
They're good. They're probably good at chucking rocks at
Oh
women
God.
and shit.
Wow. Although
Do
that's.
you know why isn't that an Olympic sport? Stoning.
Well, I mean, like, you know, depending on the version of stoning, you know, I can compete, but you know.
Dude, as long as you got a good
Stoning.
throwing arm.
Oh no, I was talking about the other kind.
Yeah, and I guess the
Oh.
winner is not going to be able to, because they're gonna. Whoever takes the most stones isn't going to be able to tell the tale
Well,
after.
you know, back in the old days when the original like form of hockey, or I'm not hockey. I'm sorry, soccer. The original game for soccer, in the Mayan games when they played it, it was a form of it.
Oh, you
couldn't
talking
use your
about the
hands
hip
and-
one with the ball on the hoop on the wall and
Up
everything?
up on the wall.
Yeah.
You couldn't use your hands. You had to kick it up in
No,
there.
no, you
through
had to
that
use your
hoop.
hips. They bumped it with their
Your
hips.
your
Yeah,
hips and your legs. You
Yeah.
you couldn't use your hands.
yeah,
But the winning teams would get sacrificed.
yeah. Well, that's a misconception. Like, there's a whole thing
Sounds
about
like
that.
the oval.
Oh,
Well,
God.
then you tell that to the people of Chichen Itza who told me that. Okay, because I went to the tour in Chichen Itza.
Well, you
the
have
Mayan
that on
game.
me. Like, all I can say is,
Cheats and Hootsa, what now?
yeah.
Chichen Itza.
Chichen
It's
Itza.
down in the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico.
Well, look at Alice flexing her, culture knowledge.
Dude, the one time I ever left the country, I went to it. I don't forget it. I actually even have my birthday put, and they printed off my birthday within the Mayan calendar
Oh wow.
on this newspaper. It smelled so horrible. Like when you open it up, I'm like, oh, I don't even want. I rolled it back up and put it back in the cylinder. I'm like, God, it smells horrible. But no, but I have my birthday. I hope my mom still has it. But I got my birth date and everything printed on a rice paper or some type of paper, or lime's paper or something that has my birthday put in with the Mayan calendar with all the Mayan symbols.
That is
It was
awesome.
done in blue too.
You gotta get that
Is it a blue or
framed.
green?
Alice, you gotta find that and get that framed.
Well,
Wasn't parchment paper?
no. It was too thick to be parchment.
Gotcha.
It was rice paper. It. I will have to ask my mom. I don't think she has it. I think she's actually tossed it off. But
Oh no, that's what the
last
fuck.
no. The last time I saw it was when my mom and my sister still owned. My sister still owned the house that I grew up in. That was the last place I saw it. She might have thrown it away, not knowing what it was.
I'm going to give you an assignment. You got to call your mom tonight and ask about that. Obviously, tell her that you love her first and all that stuff, yada yada. But for me, I want to know if this still exists because this is cool. Like I personally,
Ignorance is no
I love Mesoamerican culture and history and everything. You know, I'm all about Aztec, Inca, Maya. You know, like the Inca or like all that stuff. Like it's crazy because they all like just one day just fucked off. You know, like what happened to them? You know, like.
Well, actually, what's really funny is I was in Mexico on I was 12 years old technically. It was about 2.5 weeks before I had to go to the 7th grade that we went there. So it was in August. So and today in history, I could have made it. Today in history, the day I arrived in Mexico was the day I got my very first becoming a woman.
What? Becoming a woman?
Okay, I don't.
Does that mean that you lost your virginity?
No.
Sure, you fool.
Oh.
I was 12 years old.
Oh, I get it. Okay, I see. Okay, I understand now.
Yeah, the day I arrived in Mexico, I got my very first monthly bill.
Yeah. I was going to say you matched your shirt.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. But yeah,
What the fuck was that?
having to buy product in Spanish when you don't know it at all. It was really fun.
My fan just fell off my windowsill. So,
Ha ha! That's because I was talking about the monthly bill.
well, dang.
I'm just kidding.
Anyway, Alice, why don't you take one more and then we'll do the split here.
Alright, okay, so we got in 1963, we have Alabama Governor George Wallace. He served a federal injunction to stop orders of state police to bar black students from enrolling in white schools. That's huge.
Dang.
Yeah, well, he suck a dick.
Wallace.
Served a federal injunction to stop the orders of state police to bar. So he stopped them from barring them. So that's good. It's a good thing. He was trying to
George
avoid
Wallace
them.
also did some pretty shady shit too, though.
He ordered them to do it.
Oh, wow. So he started it and stopped it. What a dick.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, but then he's like, oh, I'm gonna recant on that.
Wow.
What a
Kind of
follower.
like how
What a
Biden just
follower.
recanted on, he recanted on saying that, like, basically half of America are, domestic terrorists.
Oh, it sounds very familiar to today's world right now with what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh no, and then the race wars are back. Like, I don't know where this is coming from, but it must be coming from CNN, but luckily people are not watching CNN too much anymore.
Yeah.
I
Anyway,
do to laugh.
I do to laugh, but it's not as funny now that Brian Stelter's gone.
Brian Stelter!
I'm Brian Stelter!
I'm Brian Stelter! I'm gonna smile!
I'm Brian Stelter!
Brian Stelter!
Dude, thank you, Mark Dice, for that.
I love Salty Crackers, imitation. Brian Stelter! Brian Stelter!
No, they're doing a rip-off of what Mark Dice did originally. Or Mark Dice originally did the Brian Stelter, like, high voice.
Oh my god.
So now everybody else is doing it ever since he did it.
Jeez.
Hi, Brian Stelter!
Anyway, I'm gonna do the split here.
Alright, yeah, it's your turn now. So, I'm gonna mute myself so I can get some stuff done.
Alright. Welcome to part 2.
I'll do that with my move.
Welcome to part 2. Please stop flipping off the people on the camera, dude. Like.
Oh no, I love you people, but I'm giving the middle finger to those who don't like the show.
Well, if they don't like the show, would they even be watching it to watch you flip them off?
No, they're gonna. Yeah, of course they will. You know, that's how do you think the woke culture works? They watch shit they don't like to be angered.
I don't know. I'm not woke.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not woke. No, I'm awakened, but I'm not woke.
I have awakened. Yes. Anyway,
I have
1965, Francois Mitterrand was nominated for French presidency. That's pretty interesting. 1965 as well, the LA Dodgers future Baseball Hall of Fame pitcher Sandy Koufax threw his 4th career no-hitter and in his first perfect game in a 1-0 win over the Chicago Cubs at Dodger Stadium. Huh.
Very cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. And then, 1965, Tibet was made an autonomous region in China. Tibet. I support a free Tibet. So, I actually, I have a funny story. China. I have a funny story though. Like back, like many years ago, when I actually did have a Twitter, I tweeted China. Like they're actually, like, the CCPs. Like Twitter. I tweeted them, "Hey China," and I actually said the whole word "F you," hashtag free Tibet, and then Tibet straight up like sent me a private message wishing me well and everything, and I actually had a little bit of a conversation with them. Like, so I was
That's something.
I think and I backed off because like I think I might have been like starting to stoke the fire of an international incident, because like
Probably.
yeah.
That's crazy. You should have took a picture of that.
I do. I have screenshots.
Yeah.
Remind me after the show to send them to you.
Sure.
But yeah, no, I have screenshots. It's fucking hilarious. Anyway,
Dude, I want to see those too, man.
yeah. 1966, the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act was signed into law by U.S. President Lyndon B. Johnson. So, let me look this up here. Let's see, blah blah blah. I have too many tabs here. So let's see here. Oh yeah, by the way, going back a little bit, September 9th, 1942, a Japanese float plane dropped incendiary bombs on Oregon State Forest, the first air attack on the U.S. mainland in the war. Launching from the Japanese sub I-25, Nobuo Fujita piloted his light aircraft over the state of Oregon and firebombed Mount Emily, alighting a state forest. So that did happen, and that is crazy. It was from one of Japanese aircraft carrying submarines. Like they were toying around with that idea. Because imagine, because they can't carry like an entire squadron, but imagine a submarine popping up, launching a couple planes, and then popping back away. Like that's nuts.
Oh, shit snacks, man. That's fucking crazy, dude.
Yeah. Anyway, the National Traffic and Motor Vehicle Safety Act was enacted in the U.S. in 1966 to empower the federal government to set and administer new safety standards for motor vehicles and road traffic safety.
Seatbelts, probably.
Seatbelts.
Probably, actually, my dad has a story involving that. He knew a guy, because we know, back in the day, just, back in, the 60s, 70s and stuff, in the early 80s, cars didn't have seat belts. And the first belt was a lap belt. Apparently, belts were, so unfashionable that people actually, removed them after they were put in.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Fuck you, I'd rather risk my life and die instantly than have an excruciating pain of dying.
Well, I mean, seatbelts, I understand their purpose, but, the whole, making it a law and all that stuff, it's obviously, for the most part, because, and I want to, really enforce the statement, for the most part, it's all a scam to just get, more money, fill more quotas, get more tickets, all that stuff. But, and
I don't know, it's not just that, but they don't want to scrape people up off the road who go through the windshield.
Well, that's what I'm saying. For the most part, safety belts are mainly only for you, and they're for the safety of others, and that only applies to if you, fly from your windshield and become an obstacle outside of your seat, So
Right.
That's why I said, for the most part, so. But yeah. Anyway, Scott, it's your turn.
Alright. How about we just do 1970?
Alright.
1970, Bowie Kuhn suspends Denny McLean for carrying a gun.
What the fuck? Dude.
Damn, he got caught.
Dude, this is like a Joker thing right here. Remember when he had a gun at the children's hospital?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if it was in his locker. It was straight up. He found him carrying it. But
Well, it says here carrying a gun. Not
yeah.
for having a gun or something, but for straight up having it on his person. So, wow.
How about this? Yeah. How about this one before John Lennon? 1971. 1,000 convicts riot and seize Attica, New York prison.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was a crazy riot, and they actually it was they took it over. They took the people hostage, the guards and everything. I think the military actually got involved and such, the National Guard at least. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. That might have
So
been
last
another
one.
riot. I'm not sure, but that's crazy. 1,000 convicts. Like, holy crap, dude.
Mm-hmm. Also, 1971, John Lennon and Yoko Ono appear on Dick Cavett show on ABC TV.
All right.
Disgusting.
Yep.
Yeah, Sohan does not like Yoko Ono.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, meh, you know. Yoko Ono. Whenever she walks in, I go, oh no. I don't know. Anyway, one more, Mr. Scott.
Unless you want me to skip the tennis, I'll read it, but...
Well, 1972, the blue one looks interesting.
Sure. 1972, connection found between Mammoth Cave Ridge and Flint Cave systems in Kentucky, joining 144 miles of passages, making it the world's longest known cave system, later mapped at 420 miles.
Oh, 420, blaze it, raise it. Yeah, that's damn, like 144 miles later to be like 420 miles. That's a lot of caves, dude. You know?
For sure.
Miss Alice, if you aren't busy, although you are at work, and I feel really bad every time we get to you because I don't want to take your attention away from your job. But yeah, well, she's not unmuted yet, so just gonna move on to Sohead.
yeah.
Your choice. You can start with whatever. Oh, the old crutch. You can always just go straight to the highlighted ones.
Holy shit. 1972, Soviet Union beats the United States 51-50 in the most controversial game in international basketball history, with U.S. leading 50-49. The final 3 seconds is replayed 3 times until the Soviets finally win. Holy shit.
Wow, what the hell? That's bullshit.
Hey, that's why it's called controversial.
That's beyond controversial. That's straight up wrong, dude. You can't like replay this until you win. Like that's
Fucking
literally
rigged.
cheating.
I think I watched this actually on a video on this.
Like this is essentially a real life form of loading from your last quick save.
It was
That's crap.
kind of, they fixed it a little bit. They were calling things that did, like they were calling, it was basically a fixed thing.
Yeah.
They kept calling, something that was not like real, and they kept doing the playing it over.
Yeah. Man, I hate it when they do that. Like, oh, we're losing. Recount. Oh, the votes are invalid. Okay, whatever. You losers. You're just sad.
Okay, 1973, because I'm skipping tennis.
All right.
1973, 4th place finish in the Italian Grand Prix at Monza is enough to clinch Jackie Stewart his 3rd Formula One World Drivers' Championship.
Hey, and like every now and then, like the picture is very appropriate. He's just like, woo, hell yeah.
I can go fast.
Yeah, left turn. And here we
No,
go.
that's Formula One. That is fancier.
Okay.
Okay. I like
L
to
left
go
turn.
fast. I like to go really fast.
L left turn. Am I being fancy, or do I have to
Also 1975, Paul McCartney and Wings begin their Wings Over the World tour in Southampton, England. 65 concerts in Europe, Australia, Canada, and United States run through October of '76.
Wow, so he was out on the road for over a year. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And also, fun fact, he's also the uncle of Jack Sparrow.
Ah.
Yeah, in the 5th Pirates movie, he's Uncle Jack.
Oh, okay. Oh, so he.
And Keith Richards of the Rolling Stones is Jack's father.
Huh.
Captain Teague.
Well, that's interesting. I have not seen any Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but that's a pretty cool cameo right there. Anyway, let's see here. 1976, New Zealand government established the country's first centralized electronic database through the Whanganui Computer Act, raising questions about the state's ability to gather information on its citizens. Here we go. Big Brother. God. Moving on up into 1978, Ayatollah Khomeini called for an uprising in the Iranian army. Well, that's not good. Literally doing what our government is trying to accuse a certain orange man of doing, you know? So. And then, let's see here, 1978, U.S. Open Women's Tennis, Flushing Meadows, New York. That's a strange name, Flushing Meadows. That sounds like a euphemism for something very filthy. Chris Evert won her 4th straight U.S. singles title, defeating fellow U.S. citizen Pam Shriver 7-5, 6-4. The first time an event was played on hard courts. Cool. Yeah, I remember like yesterday, the day before, I was reading an article about tennis, and it was like the last time it was played on grass, you know, or something like that.
I must say, if you wanted to, you could have skipped this and went to 1979.
Which one? The highlighted one?
No, not highlighted one. The South African Ferrari driver.
Well, I think it's Scott's turn, actually, so he can take this if he wants.
1979, South African Ferrari driver Jody Scheckter wins the Italian Grand Prix at Monza to clinch his first Formula One World Drivers' Championship, first RSA champion.
RSA.
Okay.
What does that stand for? What does that stand for? Let's see here. Rivest, Shamir, and Adelman, the inventors of the technique.
I don't.
Okay.
Is it? Well, that says data security, and that's not.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, what is this, racing?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, the Italian Formula One.
Racing systems analysis. Okay. So the first racing systems analysis
Got it.
champion. Okay, well, I guess, like, with, data and everything. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. If anybody knows more than me, please either speak up, or if you're a viewer, add something in the comments section. Start a dialogue. We will talk back. Trust me. So, anyway, continue on, Mr. Scott.
Alright, fine. There's so many tennis ones.
Well, 1982, the blue one here is an interesting quote there.
1982, Your Arms Are Too Short to Box with God opens at Alvin Theater, New York City, runs for 69 performances.
What's with you?
I'm just imagining somebody like coming at God. God's just like holding it on his hand, and like his head, like the classic cartoon, like the guy's like head is running into the hand. He's like yeah. I don't know. Oh wow, this other 82 right before 83. That's interesting.
1982, Conestoga 1, first private commercial rocket makes suborbital flight.
Whoa. That's interesting, dude. Way before like SpaceX or Virgin or what's his face, the Amazon guy. Like what's his space thing again?
Jeff Bezos, probably.
Yeah, Jeff Bezos. What's his space program called? Because Elon Musk is SpaceX. Richard Branson had Virgin. Maybe he sold it off. I don't know. We haven't heard much about him recently. But no, like he had like the penis rocket, and he took William Shatner up into space. Like what's his? Okay, nobody knows. Like okay, what is Amazon's space project called? Let's see here. Project Kuiper. Okay, Kuiper. So I guess they don't have like a space company. It's just called Project Kuiper. Yeah.
Is that related to the Kuiper Belt?
Spelt differently. I get your joke. Yeah. Yeah. Huh. Well, that's interesting.
Yep.
Anyway, uno mas, Sir Scott.
1983, Vitas Jurulatis Gurul Ida. What I can't read. Bets his house that Martina Navratilova can't beat 100 ranked male tennis player. Bets his house.
So he betted his house. Wow. That's crazy.
It is.
Gambling is a real addiction. There's another one here if you want to take a fourth one, up to you, like right before what you just read, the Black 83. That's,
1983 Radio Shack announces their Color Computer 2 or Coco 2.
I remember Coco. At least from Foster's Home from Imaginary Friends. Coco, 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 Radio Shack, man, that brings me back.
Yeah.
Man.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
I my cell phone from Radio Shack.
Yeah, I used to get batteries and like various other things from Radio Shack. I wonder if they're still around, or let's see here.
Bro, I don't know.
Does Radio Shack
I
still
doubt it.
exist? The company also now owns once popular brands like Pier 1, Linens and Things, and Dress Barn. What the hell? My first job was at Linens and Things. So wow. So does Radio Shack still exist? Short answer, Radio Shack proper still lives online, albeit with a slimmer catalog. Meanwhile, about 400 stores bearing the Radio Shack name operate independently of REV, Associated Press reports. So, okay, well that's interesting. So they're still around, but they've gone into other industries. Linens and Things, that's weird, because that used to be owned by TJX, which owns TJ Maxx and Marshalls, So that's interesting.
Yep.
Yeah. Alice is muted, and I'm going to be talking slowly to see if she's paying attention and if she wants to take a turn, and it's not looking like it, so in. Go for it.
Yeah. 1985, President Ronald Reagan orders sanctions against South Africa. What the fuck happened then?
Apartheid.
Okay.
Yeah. Yep. Immediately knew the answer to that one.
1986, New York City jury indicts Soviet United Nations employee Chindaly Zakharov of spying.
Dang spies. Always going around sapping my sentries, And if Alice is listening, make sure to tell your boy toy I said Team Fortress 2.
What about Team Fortress 2?
I made a joke about spies sapping sentries just now.
Oh shoot! Yeah, sorry, I had a customer and stuff, and now
No,
I'm out
you're-
having a cigarette. So.
You're at work. You really should not actually be here right now. Like, you should be focusing
No,
on
I
work.
shouldn't, but I just want to be here for
Yeah.
moral support.
I appreciate it. Believe me, you're my...
Plus,
you're
I was
my,
listening to you, but I had to mute you down when I had a customer come in. They were looking for some protein.
protein or propane?
Protein!
Anyway, Mr. Soen, continue on, good sir.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. 1987, Gary Hart admits on Night Line to cheating on his wife.
Oh, man.
I
Wow.
wonder what Gary Hart is this. People tell me it's the Bret Hart, Gary Hart. Well, their father.
Gary Hart. Let me look at this.
Never mind, U.S. United States Senator.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking.
Alright, well that explains why he cheated on his wife. He's a senator. He has no convictions. So,
Yep, it's him.
yep. Uno mas.
Okay. Also,
For a second from the glare, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, continue.
What
No, I
were
was
you
gonna say from a glare when I saw the sports history when I was looking at because I had a glare on my phone, it looked like I saw Bill Clinton in the picture.
Yeah, it kind of does look a little bit like him, yeah.
1987, Bird of the Celtics gives NBA free throw streak of 59.
Dang. That's a lot of free throws right there. Now, is this like in the line? Like, is he just sitting there doing shots, or is this like over his, career?
It's a consecutive thing. It's like
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
each game.
Consecutive.
Okay. Moving on up into 1987, my year, Major League Baseball pitcher Nolan Ryan struck out his 4,500th batter. Wow. Wow. That's a lot of strikeouts right there, man. Jeez.
Yeah, he's known basically for that. So.
Yep. In 1989 U.S. Open Women's Tennis, Steffi Graf retained her title, defeating Martina Navratilova 3-6, 7-5, and 6-1.
Money to cash app and go cash it out.
Hey Xander, 1990, you gotta do that George one.
I was actually looking at these. 1990, George Herbert Walker Bush and Mikhail Gorbachev met in Helsinki and urged Iraq to leave Kuwait. Yeah, this is before, you know, Desert Shield, Desert Storm, the first invasion, the first war of Iraq. You know? Oh, yeah.
It didn't because I
George
had
Bush
like
Senior.
bucks and it didn't. It showed me having nothing.
Are you okay,
No.
Sohan?
George Bush Senior died about a year or two ago.
Alright.
Dang. Anyway, I believe it is now Scott's turn.
Okay. Should I do the 91 or?
Up to you, man. Your turn, your choice.
Oh, just 1991. Mike Tyson indicted for rape of Desiree Washington.
Dang. Indicted.
Oh,
So that means that
shit snaps.
he was like charged. Is this like after court? What does indicted mean?
It means charge, yeah, like brought up on charges.
Okay, I thought so. So dang, yeah,
That
more
doesn't mean
about
you got
this.
arrested.
Yeah.
Did he actually get charged with it though?
Yes,
well-
he spent like 2 years in prison for that.
Okay,
Dang.
that's what I thought.
Yeah. Well, Scott, there's a 91 here as well. Another 91.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
91. Only 1,695 fans watch Boston Red Sox play Cleveland, and that's like you can have 20,000 fans there. That's like nothing.
Yeah, that's like, yeah, it's an empty house right there. But on the other side of the coin, just next year,
Beautiful.
First time Baltimore Orioles draw 3 million fans at home.
dang,
Hiyo!
dang, that's pretty cool.
Oh, is this the infamous Howard Stern debut thing?
Yes.
As
No,
Fart Man?
not. Oh yeah, well I guess yeah, Fartman. It doesn't say whether or not it's the first or what, but it might be the debut. I never heard of it.
1992 MTV Music Award, Video Music Awards. Howard Stern appears as Fartman.
All right. So who is Fartman, Alice? What is that about?
With the Fart Man, he came in like hanging from the rafters and coming down in like a superhero suit, and then he bent his butt over and he made a fake fart, and it knocked like the part of the podium down for like their reveal of their podium that year or something like that. It was pretty funny.
So his superpower is extreme flatulence.
Yeah, just like that. What was it like that one guy in Mystery Men that was Pee Wee Herman's character?
Oh yeah, the fart guy. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Huh. Mystery Men was such
Yeah,
a
I
weird
I think
movie.
Mystery Men came out after this though, and I think maybe his character was derived after Fart Man.
Yeah, that would make sense. But Mystery Men was such a weird movie. You know, like I don't know if it was good or bad or what. It was.
Janine Garofalo as like the bowler.
Yeah. Yeah. Then you have the construction worker guy. Then you have the rage dude who just like.
Yeah.
That was such an awkward scene, like when they were like in the parking structure and he's just like jumping on the car. It's like, dude, calm down. What are you doing? You freaking psychopath, man. Like, crazy. Anyway, Scott, you have one more.
Alright. Let's see.
We have a baseball one in 92. You know, we have a space one in 94.
I'll do the 1994 Space Shuttle STS-64 or Discovery 20 launches into orbit.
Yep. Man, I miss the space program. You know, I miss the shuttles and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like, as we heard in the Jabberwocky last Sunday, you know, I had the recording of my mom and I from like what 2011 or something. You know, talking about it. That just a year or give or take before the actual cancellation. It had been announced. We knew about it. It was coming, but it was before the actual cancellation. Like what's the word? Like the dates, of it actually being done. Man, I remember when that day came and went. Like, yep, that's it. We're done. Did we really win the
Yep.
space race? When the Soviets or now the Russians still have a space program. you know. And then like remember, I've never heard anything about this since. Remember when like the start of the whole Ukraine thing and all that stuff? We had a guy up in the ISS, and he was stranded up there because we have no way to get there. You know, Elon Musk wasn't too happy. You know, going what was going on. So we didn't know if he was going to go up there. So the only people who actually get him were the Russians, and you know we weren't too happy with them. So I don't know if that guy is still stranded or what. You know, I haven't looked it up, but I mean, that was nuts, dude. You know, that was nuts.
Is there a guy stranded in the ISS right now?
No, probably not now. But like when the whole Ukraine thing first started, we had a U.S. astronaut in the International Space Station, and the only way for us to get there is through the Russians. And obviously, they probably wouldn't like help us because you know when they invaded Ukraine, we sided with Ukraine. So now we're enemies. So you know.
We shouldn't be, in my opinion.
Well, we're all people on this earth, and it's about time we start acting like it. But you know, small people, small minds, small things. Like nobody sees the big picture. You know.
Small dicks. Oh no! Oh, hang on. Say that one more time.
Small dicks.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's my buddy right there.
Hello, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
How you doing, buddy?
This is the other Charlie. Actually, you remember when I had the hotel night?
Okay.
Yeah. She's here, so she said small dicks with what you were saying, and I was like, ha ha ha. This has got to be put on here.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nucka.
Dang. Well, could you please not say that on the show ever again? Thank you.
No. Well, it was a CKA.
It doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, I suppose you're right.
Nothing matters. So, yeah.
I'm gonna give you a knuckle sandwich then.
Hey, Freddie Mercury.
With my fist to your face.
Damn. Better be some bread on that. You know.
Yeah. I'll put some bread between my knuckles or between my fingers, and so you as I punch you, you get a little bread squish before you get the knuckle.
Yeah, it provides a little bit of a cushion. You know, it's like a makeshift boxing glove with what you got in the kitchen.
Fair enough.
Anyway, Mr. Sohan, it is your turn.
Okay. What year?
99
92.
if you want, you know.
Let's see, 1994, a Tu-22 crashes in Aeroflot Tu a 134A at Zurski killed. Oh, 7 killed. Damn, holy shit! A plane crashed into another plane.
Crashes into Aeroflot 134A. Like that sounds like another vehicle. Let's see here.
Hmm?
Oh, it is. Yeah. So it was a collision. Was it in the air though? Like, let's see here.
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Let's see. Let me look this up.
Also, 1997, Sinn Féin accepts Mitchell's principles on paramilitary disarmament.
Ah. Good.
Okay. 1999, 16th MTV Video Music Awards. Lauryn Hill and Will Smith win.
Ah. All right. In the year 2000.
In the year 2000.
Yep.
In the year 2000.
The U.S. Open's women's tennis saw Venus Williams getting her first U.S. title, defeating fellow U.S. citizen Lindsay Davenport 6-4, 7-5.
Damn.
Isn't that Serena?
Venus.
Venus Williams.
Ain't that her picture?
No, that's Venus. Serena has bigger hair. Like,
Oh, she has bigger hair.
she does. Like,
Oh Lord.
well, Venus is actually the older of the two, and I learned that yesterday. But yeah, no, Venus has like a shorter cut. Serena has like more of an Oprah kind of look, you know. Anyway, moving on up into 2001, Band of Brothers. Ooh, wow, great show. Based on a book
It was
by
a great show.
yeah. Based on a book by Stephen E. Ambrose, created by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, premiered, and it was then the most expensive miniseries ever made. And
Dude, it was totally worth it. Like, it was such a good show.
really good show.
And actually, like, I have a family friend of ours that was in. He's no longer with us, but he was in the 101st Airborne.
Oh wow.
And I remember having a talk with him saying that it was more accurately depicted in that show than any other person, like a documentary or anything. Like, it was amazing.
Well, like, you know,
How
I'm
accurate.
gonna give a little bit of backstory and everything. I'm gonna go back a little bit, you know, with Tom Hanks, like, you know, in Saving Private Ryan, they wanted to make it so authentic, so real, and they did. And
They did.
and during like the, you know, their first test screening and everything, like, you know, all the stuff they're doing, or like the first private premiere or whatever, they actually had veterans of World War II who had been on, in Normandy on.
They were there
you know,
on D-Day, right?
They were there, like they were on, like a couple of them I think maybe were on Omaha Beach, but like, you know, there were people, World War II veterans, watching it, and they had to get up and leave because it was that real. They started having flashbacks, like it was literally like they were looking back in time into something that they actually experienced in life, and it was too much. So with that said, Tom Hanks, you know, wanted to continue, that spirit and everything, and, you know, created here by Steven Spielberg and Tom Hanks, really strived for authenticity and historical accuracy, and he hit the nail on the head as hard as you can without going back in time with a video camera, you know? Like...
Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah. Like, based off of, records of what people experienced to all of it, yeah, like...
Well,
like, the same thing, the only good part of what the movie Pearl Harbor was actually the scene. Fuck the whole love thing, but like when Pearl Harbor actually happened, the only thing that was actually depicted in realisticness from Michael Bay was the bombing of it.
Yeah.
The whole rest of the movie is just garbage, but like...
It's all Hollywood romance crap, but like, yeah, the action, you know, like, that's real.
Yeah, no, we just want to know about history. Like, you don't have to make a love interest. Oh, because you have Ben Affleck and Josh Hartnett in it? Oh.
Yeah, well, Hollywood's gonna Hollywood. What are you gonna do? You know, all we can do is just,
Hollywood is Hollywood.
All we can do is boycott things, you know, and force them by not giving them money to actually make something that, you know, would yield a validity to our expenditure. You know, so. But yeah, but like, at risk of expanding the topic even more, have you seen the Pacific?
I've only watched a couple episodes of the Pacific, but I haven't watched them all, and I really actually, that's on HBO too, right?
I think so. It's from the same, same people. Like, it's just...
Yeah, same people. Yeah, so yeah, I started watching it, and I was trying to get my boyfriend at the time to watch it with me, but he had no interest in it, so I never watched it. So I'm actually thinking of getting it, just re-getting it again. But, because I want to watch the Pacific, because that's like the one part of World War II that I'm not so acclimated with, is what happened in the Pacific as to what happened in Europe.
Yeah, because in Europe, it was like all sorts. Because I mean, the Pacific, it was all sorts of countries as well, but they were a lot smaller, and everything. It was mainly Japan, because China was having their revolution. They were getting the shit, their teeth kicked in by the Russians and the Japanese. The Japanese were fighting everybody, and then we got in there. It was nuts. And like it's a lot different because it was all mainly water wars. It's all water and aircraft. Whereas in Europe, it's all mostly land.
Yeah, it was basically the island wars, basically.
The island hopping campaigns and whatnot. Anyway, getting back on track, in the year 2001, two Al-Qaeda-linked suicide bombers disguised as journalists killed Northern Alliance leader Ahmed Shah Massoud by detonating explosives hidden in a camera and a battery pack belt while interviewing him in Kandahar province, northeastern Afghanistan. Dang, sneaky.
And look it, 2 more days.
2 more days? What do you mean?
The 9th.
The 9th? Oh, yeah, okay. I see. Yeah. Anyway, Alice, if you want to take an article, it's your turn, Yeah.
Customer.
Okay. So ahead.
Oh. Okay, 2004, bomb explodes outside of Australian Sea in Jakarta, killing 10 people. Jakarta is Indonesia, by the way.
Okay. Thank you. I don't need to search that up. So cool.
Ooh. You're a little cute, but no, I skip. Skip.
All right.
Oh, fuck. On second thought, no. 2007, 24th MTV Music Video Awards, Rihanna featuring Justin Timberlake. No, yeah, well, 2007, 24th MTV Music Video Awards, Rihanna featuring Jay-Z, Justin Timberlake, and Fergie win. Oh my god. Fergie looks okay.
Dude, what's wrong with her eyes? Like Rihanna, her eyes kind of look a little weird. What's going on with that? I don't know. Her whole face just doesn't look normal. I don't know what's going on. Is it me? Like something just looks off, you know?
It does look off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. And then Jay-Z looks
2006
angry. So
2007 Farm Aid 20 held in Randall Island, New York City. Performers include Willie Nelson, John Mellencamp, Neil Young,
bless you.
Matthews, Merle Haggard, Billy Joel Shaver, Greg Allman, the Allman Brothers Band, Calvin Crows, Staya. Oh yeah, that one name is a Jewish rapper.
Huh. A Jewish rapper. That's interesting.
Stir, the Derek Trucks Band, Warren Hayes, and Jimmy Sturr. Oh, that is a huge lineup.
That is a lot of people, a lot of bands, a lot of things. Yeah.
Including a Jewish rapper.
A Jewish rapper. I never knew those two things could coincide at the same time, but that's pretty cool. You know?
Yep. Also, 2010, a court in the Philippines ordered Mandela Marcos to repay the government almost 280,000 for funds taken from the National Food Authority by Ferdinand Marcos in 1983. Holy shit!
Dang. I'll be right back. Keep on going.
Sure.
Move on into bursts if need be. I should be back in a few minutes, so be right back.
Sure. 2010, 100 people were killed and 350 are injured after a wave of attacks across Iraq. 2012, 17 people are killed and at least 40 injured after two car bombs exploded in Aleppo, Syria. Oh my god, this is some bad stuff. 22. Oh shit. 2013. 18 people are killed in conflicts between government and Boko Haram troops in Borno State, Nigeria. Another 2013, 44 people are killed and 45 are injured after a bus crashes in the ravine in North Guatemala. Holy shit. And also 2013, 60 people are killed in conflict between rebels and loyalists in the Central African Republic.
So where are we at?
2013.
Okay. Would you mind if I read it then? Or?
I did 3. Go ahead, man. All you.
All right, so tennis or?
No. 2013, Barry.
Okay. Barry Average's film, Filthy Gorgeous, the Bob Guccione story about the life of Penthouse founder Bob Guccione, premieres at the Toronto International Film Festival. Could be Guccione, I don't know.
I don't know, it just sounds weird. Guccione. But I think I said it right the first time, Guccione.
Yeah. Right? Also 2013, U.S. Men's Open Tennis, Spaniard Rafael Nadal wins his second U.S. title, beats Novak Djokovic 6-2, 3-6, 6-4, and 6-1. Which I'm pretty sure he was the underdog in that, so it was a good win for Nadal. Yeah. 2014, Ali Hosseini Khamenei, Supreme Leader of Iran, undergoes prostate surgery.
He getting
Where
his
did
ass
Xander
operated on.
Yep. Where did Xander go?
He said he'll be back.
Okay.
2015, Queen Elizabeth II becomes Great Britain's longest reigning monarch at 63 years and 7 months, beating the previous record set by her great-grandmother, Victoria. Oh my god. If only she could have lasted until Friday, it would have really, really made a historical event.
Wow, no way.
What happened?
No. 2015, Queen Elizabeth II becomes Great Britain's longest reigning monarch at 63 years and 7 months, beating the previous record set by her great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria. Now, if she would
Wow.
have, no, if she would have lived a couple of more days, she could have passed that.
Well, yeah, well, beyond that, like, she was only like 100 some odd. Like, actually, let me look this up because she's the longest reigning monarch in England, but not in history. So, let's see here. Elizabeth II reign. Let's see here. How long did she reign? She had ruled for 23,226 days, 16 hours, and about 30 minutes, marking 70 years of marriage. But hold on a second. What is that in years though? So 23,226 divided by 360. Hold on a second. 65. Sorry, equals 63 years. Huh. Okay.
Yep. Okay,
So,
I got some more.
all right.
2 more. Everybody remembers this shit. 2016, North Korea conducts its 5th nuclear test at the Punjian nuclear test site. At the time, its largest ever at 10 kilotons, but superseded by the 2017 test.
Dang. Man, North Korea, like, they are such a wild card. They're such a trash nation, but they have nuclear capabilities. Like, it's crazy,
The only reason why they have nuclear capabilities is thanks to a motherfucker named Bill Clinton.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to take here 2017. Egyptian archaeologists announced the discovery of a 3,500-year-old tomb of a goldsmith and his family in Dra Abu Naga, Egypt.
Ooh.
Huh.
But yeah, when you left, I did back-to-back deaths.
Dang. A lot of deaths, huh?
One involving Boko Haram.
Ooh. That's a nasty name I know of. Well, let's see here. 2018, air ring mass games began in North Korea, speaking of the Norks, to mark the country's 70th anniversary, featuring tens of thousands performing. Huh.
What
And
is
then,
shit? Oh, I got one more. 2018, CBS chief Les Movies departs from the company after 6 more women make allegations of sexual abuse in the New Yorker.
here we go. Me Too movement. Hashtag Me Too. Hate that crap. Like, if some of, like some of them are victims, and that sucks. But for those who are not victims, or they think they're victims, or they're just trying to like ride the coattails, like just trash. Like the majority of those people are just trash, trying to get their 5 minutes of fame, trying to get a little bit of money out of it, whatever their intentions are, their goals. There's actual people who are actual victims out there, and you're utilizing this whole thing for your own personal benefit. Fuck you. Just sick.
Yeah, there are people like you. They might be afraid to come out of the woodwork. You might be afraid to come tell the truth because I won't get blasted.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. 2018, Russian police detained over 1,000 people amid nationwide protests against pension reform. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then that was my three. So it is Alice's turn if she does so wish. Let's see here.
Hey, Scott.
2019. Well, Scott's not here. He left again.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know what's going on. He. All right. Well, Sohen, take 2019 if you want, or I can take a few more. You read while I was absent, so I can balance it out if you want.
Australia experiences its early. Oh, never mind. Wait. Okay. Oh, it's the fires.
Yeah. No, Australia. Yeah.
2019, Australia experiences its earliest and most severe start of the fire season after fighting dozens of bushfires in Queensland and New South Wales. Music history. 2019, John Legend and wife Chrissy Teigen fired back at Donald Trump on social media after he calls them boring and filthy mouthed in tweets over criminal justice reform.
Huh. Wow, that's pretty cool. They shot back at him. So it's we have a troll fight between two celebrities and a sitting president.
Mm-hmm.
What has this world come to? We are living in clown times, man. Dude, 100 years from now, somebody's probably going to be watching back, maybe on this video. Hello from the past, how you doing? We're in hell, like, shit like this happens. Like, oh my god, that was 3 years ago on this day, man. Like, that's not long. That's really concerning, like, as a recent friend of mine, like, he has this meme, it's just like this skeleton thing, he's just like concerned, like, anyway.
Oh yeah. Also, 2019, Nigerian government says it will repatriate 600 people from South Africa after 2 people killed in a wave of xenophobic violence in Johannesburg.
That's not good.
Yeah.
There we go.
And
Yeah.
2019, poet John Milton's own copy of Shakespeare's first folio of 1623 has survived with his annotations according to scholar Jason Scott Warren in Philadelphia Library. Could be world's most important modern literary discovery.
Wow, that's amazing. 1623. So his own copy of Shakespeare's first folio of 1623. That is amazing. Wow. Wow, that's. I want to look at that. I want to know where that is. Let's see here. 2019, scientists reveal evidence of humans' earliest milk consumption at 6,000 years ago from the dental plaque of teeth of prehistoric farmers from Britain. Milk, it does a body good.
6,000 years proof.
Yep, and I don't even want to get into the politics of like the whole milk thing, and like how Africans are lactose intolerant and whatnot. But like, what is it? 7% of U.S. citizens believe chocolate milk come from brown cows or something like that. Like, it's stupid. So, but man, we've been drinking milk for 6,000 years. We've been eating bread for almost as long, too, and we have all these gluten intolerances now, so that makes me really concerned about milk. Milk is amazing. I love it. Anyway, 1 year later, in 2020, Donald Trump purposefully downplayed the pandemic and early... Okay, this is obviously, so politically motivated the way this is worded. Purposefully downplayed the pandemic in early 2020 to avoid panic, according to Bob Woodward's new book, Rage. Why is this even in a thing? This is such an obvious leftist, like, article. Wow. So what do you want? You want to instill fear, huh? Is that what you want, Bob Woodward? You want to instill fear? You want to make everybody panic? What's worse? Downplaying it, making everybody calm, rationally dealing with the situation, or just having everybody lose their shit? What do you want, Bob Woodward, you piece of crap? Wow. Anyway, we went on up into 2021. Tom Brady became the first player in NFL history to start 300 regular season games as he guided Tampa Bay Buccaneers to an opening day 31-29 win at home to Dallas Cowboys. Tom Brady. Yeah, deflating footballs and all that stuff. So, oh wow, 2021, the one above what I just read. Sohan, it's your turn, I believe, again, if you want.
Oh, okay.
Oh well, wow. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna jump in and like take back my offer. I'm gonna go to 2020 here. Sorry, San Francisco Bay Area blanketed by dark orange skies and smoke due to California wildfires. Yeah, I remember all that. A lot of fires we
Yeah,
had.
I heard about that too. Also, 2021, or 2021, 17 hospital patients died after heavy rainfall and flooding in Tula, central Mexico.
Dang,
It's horrible.
dang.
And
Ooh.
2021, U.S. 2021 summer, the hottest on record with average 74 degrees Fahrenheit, overtaking record set in 1936 during the Dust Bowl.
Wow.
That sounds like a cakewalk in California. 74.
74 is sweater weather here, dude. You know,
No,
and I'm not
that's what
even
I'm saying.
joking. Like I
That sounds
actually,
like heaven. That sounds like heaven to y'all.
yeah.
74.
Yeah, well, 74, like, 74 is actually cold for us, because, like, everyone was like,
Exactly.
everyone's always like, oh, California's so beautiful, it's always 70 degrees. No, it's not always 70 degrees, it's always 90 degrees. 70 degrees is when it's cold, for us. So, I mean, granted, we do get down into, like, the 40s. We have dipped down into, like, the 30s before. But, on average, yeah, 74 degrees is on the colder side.
I know what to believe. It's not so fucking cool. It is fucking hot.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I wear long sleeve shirts in 74, so yeah. Anyway, why don't you take this last one here, close out the main body, then we'll do a
Sure.
split, then we'll get into births and deaths.
2001, U.S. President Joe Biden announces widespread COVID vaccine mandates. Federal workers, contractors, and large employees affected 100 million people.
Oh, my God.
Byron.
It's just terrible. Terrible. Before we do the split, though, asking the audience, were there any articles that grabbed your attention, more than most? Like, we've elaborated, on all these things. We're actually, like, approaching our second split here. But, like, yeah, like, open up a dialogue, say something in the live chat, say something in the comments section. We will talk back. I've said that multiple times. I try to make it a point to be engaged with the community beyond that of the Discord server. So, anyway, let's do the split.
Well, we're not gonna do back talk as in sassy back talk.
Yeah, no, we don't want sass. We don't want, listen here, girlfriend, let me tell you about history,
We ain't gonna do no sass. We
Yeah.
don't sass.
Hell no.
Just well, we talk back though, but not sassy.
Yeah, we will discuss with you. Open up a dialogue, a conversation, essentially. Anyway, moving on into births. Starting us off in the year 214, we have Aurelian. He was a Roman emperor from 270 to 275, a 5-year reign. That's really short. He was born in Serdutia, died in 275. Wow, I can't read a 3-digit number. What is wrong with me? Then we have William Bligh in 1754. He was a British naval commander, mutinied on HMS Bounty. He was born in Plymouth, Probable, England, and dying in 1817. Huh. Well, that's
Yeah.
that's a really odd look, but yeah.
No,
Anyway,
it's not.
Yeah.
It looks like someone that would get mutinied.
Yeah. Someone who would get mutiny. He has a very mutinable face.
It looks like fucking Megamind.
A little bit, yeah. It's Alice's turn if she wants to read in 1828, and waiting for her to unmute if she wants, but she's not, so I'm going to sew in. 1828.
1828, Leo Tolstoy. Oh, yeah. Russian novelist Anna Karenina War and Peace, born in Yaslana, Polana, Russia. Died 1910.
Ah. For a second I thought that said Leon Trotsky, so I was like, wait, but no, it's Leo Tolstoy. So, but he is a Russian, so yeah.
1953, Fred Beerforth, Australian cricket fast bowler, the Demon, 18 tests, 9 wickets at 1841, born in Sydney, Australia. Died in 1926.
Dang. Look at that haircut. He kind of looks like D-Day from Animal House a little bit. So,
Okay.
well, like, yeah, have you ever seen Animal House?
No.
What? 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 Like, you of all people, like Animal House, you have not seen that? I, I, I can't comprehend. Like,
Heard of it. I heard of it.
well, now I know what we're gonna be playing this for, tonight.
With John Belushi, right?
Yes, John Belushi.
Oh, yeah, John Belushi.
John Belushi, the fat one. So, wow. Okay. Well. Okay. I'm gonna. Okay. Remind me. Animal House tonight. Okay. All right. Well, dang. I am like flabberwabbered that you have not seen that. Like, you have seen so many movies. You are such, you're so cultured with, like, movies and shows and everything. And Animal House is like borderline mandatory. I would argue, it is mandatory for someone, like you who enjoys movies and everything. You haven't seen Animal House. I am honestly getting actually kind of offended that you haven't seen that. Like, wow. So, anyway, oh, hey, 1890, Colonel Harlan Sanders, the American founder of Kentucky Fried Chicken, born in Henryville, Indiana, dying in 1980. Well, there's a lot of things I can say, but I will off camera because, yeah, oh my God. Wow, Colonel Sanders, happy birthday to you. Did you know, though, he didn't want a fried chicken, he wanted to grill it, but the company outvoted him and they went to fried chicken instead. But, yeah.
Damn.
Dang, Colonel Sanders, man. Born on this date in 1890. Jeez. And then we have Cliff Robinson, born on this date in 1923. He was a U.S. actor, Charlie, and Spider-Man. And spokesman for AT&T, born in La Jolla, California, dying in 2011. I know where La Jolla is. La Jolla. I have one of my aunts used to live there. So I saw it's out in Newport. Oh. But Spider-Man, Cliff Robertson. Who was he in Spider-Man? Oh wait, was he Uncle Ben?
I think so.
Yeah, he kind of looks like him. Now, I'm like, who's the old guy in Spider-Man? Not J. Jonah Jameson, whatever.
Yeah, that's him.
Uncle Ben? Spider-Man, let's see here. Yeah, he's, Tobey Maguire's, Uncle Ben. Dang. Sohan, thine's turn.
Okay, see. 1941, Otis Redding, American singer-songwriter, sitting on the dock of the bay, respect, born in Dawson, Georgia, died 1967.
Man, dude, I love doo-wop songs. Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. It's a good song.
1952, Dave Stewart, British rock guitarist, songwriter, and producer. Eurythmics, Here I Come Again, born in Sunderland, England.
Yeah, Here Comes the Rain again. And I think we're getting a bit of wind because my cardboard blinds are appearing to be haunted. So, anyway, we have Hugh Grant in 1960, an English actor, 4 weddings and a funeral, and Bridget, 4 weddings and a funeral, and Bridget Jones's Diary, born in good old London, England. Yep. Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler shares a birthday with Colonel Sanders. That is, I'll be damned. That's cool. 1966, Adam Sandler, a U.S. actor and comedian. Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore, Saturday Night Live. What else? Mr. Deeds. There's a lot of other movies. Like, help me. Like, what was that that fireman one? He was with the guy from the King of Queens, and he pretending to be gay firefighters.
Nationality, Chuck and Larry.
Yeah, that one. Thank you. Yeah, that was a good one. So, born in Brooklyn, New York. Brooklyn, you know? Man, I might have to actually have some more respect for Adam Sandler. Born in the same place my mother, the mom who raised me when my grandmother was born. Yeah. Why can't I talk today? I have a serious case of muffin mouth. I don't know.
Okay.
I believe it's your turn again.
Yeah, I'm all the way down to 1975. Michael Bublé, Canadian Grammy and Juno Award winning singer. Haven't met you yet. It's a beautiful day. An actor born in Burnaby, British Columbia.
Michael Bubble.
In 1980, Michelle Williams, American actress, Dawson's Creek, born in Kalispell, Montana.
Montana. We have Luka Modric in 1985. She is a Croatian footballer, Real Madrid CF, and captain of Croatia, born in Zadar, Croatia, Yugoslavia. Pardon me. Well, let's see here. And that's it for births. And moving on to deaths, I'm just going to start us off with this one. In 546, we have Saint Ciaran of Clonmacnoise, Irish bishop. All right. Ooh, you got a good one here.
1087, William the Conqueror, the first Norman king of England, 1066 and 1087, and Duke of Normandy, 1035 and 1087. Dies about 59.
Dang.
And 1513, James IV, King of Scotland, 1488 and 1513, killed in Battle of Flodden.
At the age of 40. Dang, like whatever happened to, leaders who actually went in battle with the people, they commanded. Like, if you're going to be a leader, be a leader. Lead,
What happened? Oh, no. That?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess, but at the same time, how can you sit there and expect people to die for you if you ain't going to die for them, Like, it's just fair, It's only fair. So, anyway, doing a significant time jump into, oh my god, 1976, Mao Zedong died on this date. A Chinese revolutionary and chairman of the Communist Party of China, 1949 through 76, died of a heart attack at 82. Mao Zedong.
All I can say is Li Mao.
El Mao.
Li Mao.
It's John Cena!
That's John Cena.
Yeah.
That fucking picture.
Yeah. Man. So, wow. This is going to be interesting next year. Because the Queen died yesterday, and then, on this date, Mao Zedong. So that's going to spark a lot of dialogue right there. As well as, like, he, on his death day was the same as Colonel Sanders and Adam Sandler's. Whoa, that's weird. Colonel Sanders, Adam Sandler. Wow. Anyway, I think it's your turn now.
It's 1997. Burgess Meredith, American actor Mr. Novak, the Penguin in Batman and Rocky, dies at 88.
So I wonder if he was the voice actor for, like, the Adam West, or like, the Adam West.
He was the Penguin in the Adam West Batman.
Yeah, I was just about to say, like, Adam West had both a cartoon and a live action. So I was wondering if he was the voice actor of the cartoon Penguin, but no, he's the actual actor who did the Penguin in the TV show. So that's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Don't forget to get some shark repellent,
That's just, yep, and that's just that. Look how closely it's Mickey.
Mickey?
Rocky.
Mickey Rocky, where?
He's Mickey, his trainer.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow. I don't know where my brain was, but it wasn't here. Okay, Rocky. So he was a trainer in Rocky. Okay.
He's Mickey.
Okay.
Oh, Mickey.
I've never seen Rocky, so I don't know.
Oh,
So.
you wanna gasp at me? Alex, I've seen Rocky.
Hey, I gasp at you because you're the movie guy. I'm not. Like, me not seeing Rocky is far less shocking than you not seeing Animal House. What you're doing right now by not seeing Animal House is perpetuating a constant sin, against yourself, man. Like, I know I'm sinning, but like, you have some standards to uphold, Mister. We got to get you to watch. We're gonna have a movie night tonight. We're gonna watch Animal House. That's gonna happen, if I can find it at least. So, but anyway, you have one more here.
1997, Richie Ashburn, American Baseball Hall of Fame infielder, 6 Major League Baseball All-Star, National League, batting champion 1955 to 58, Philadelphia Phillies, and sportscaster, Phillies TV, 1963 to 71, dies of a heart attack at 70.
Dang.
Yep.
Dude, like, I'm just like looking at it like he's like, why am I holding so many bats? Like, he has a confused face. Like, this is not how you play baseball.
Like, why are you using 3 bats? Doesn't want to.
Anyway, 2001, we have Ahmad Shah Massoud, and was the Afghan. Oh, we talked about this guy earlier. He got assassinated, that way. An Afghan political and military leader who fought the Soviet Union and led the Northern Alliance against the Taliban. He was assassinated at the age of 48 in northeastern Afghanistan by Al-Qaeda-linked suicide bombers disguised as journalists. Dang, man. Dang. Not good. Is it my turn or your turn? I lost count.
Your turn. You got one more.
2003, we lost Edward Teller. He was a Hungarian U.S. physicist, father of the hydrogen bomb. He worked in the Manhattan Project. Died at 95. Wow. Wow.
Holy shit.
Wow. Part of the Manhattan Project. Father of the hydrogen bomb. Because, there's atomic bombs, and then there's hydrogen bombs.
Yeah, I know.
So, yeah, I know you know. I'm just letting the viewers know. Like, there's a massive difference. Like, yeah. Anyway, well, if you want to read any other, there's no more highlighted ones, so if you want one, go for it. Otherwise, it's time to close.
Okay, I don't see anything.
Yeah. Alright,
Okay,
well, that'll be it for the show today. Once again, check the underbar in the description for links to anything you may find interesting, including but not limited to all things OMNI Coalition, which itself includes...
on TV, on Twitch.
Repeat that, you cut out at the very beginning.
Zohin TV on Twitch.
Yes. Go give him a watch. He is rather entertaining. Anyway, for your dose of past events daily, we stream every day at 10 in the morning Pacific time.
Of Central, 1 Eastern.
Yep. For all of you and all of us, I am, of course, A.O. Xander.
I'm the troublemaker.
Yes, he is a troublemaker. Although, I'm catching up to your record, man. I got banned from Papa Stanimus's Discord yesterday for really stupid reason. But, and we have Alice over here who's muted, because she's busy at her work. Being a good little, a busy worker bee. Buzz. And of course we had Scott popping in and off, dealing with stuff going on. Anyway, until you catch us tomorrow, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe. Until then, toodles. Let's go, Brandon.